I'm afraid to sink my teeth in the movie. They may stay sunk into the mist.
Really?
Yes, but as promised, here is one of those multiple choice quizzes we've had oodles of requests for. You've come to love them so well, so here it is. Once Bitten. Now, that's a new movie. It is A, a vampire movie. B, a teenage sex comedy. C, sort of about Halloween and stuff, but being released 3 weeks after Halloween, so it mustn't be very good. D, a laugh riot. Or E, all of the above except D, a laugh riot. Well, of course, the answer is E. It's also F, a dumb movie, and G, not very original or well acted. Talk about your dumb plot. Lauren Hutton plays a female vampire. She's 390 years old, though doesn't look a day over 350. She needs the blood of a young male virgin to live. Her assistants look for one. Where do they look? Hollywood Boulevard. Good place. Might as well look for liberals in the White House or tasteful clothing in Ted Dawson's closet. Yet she finds Jim Carrey, a virgin in Hollywood, trying to change his status, as it were.
I love intelligent men.
Once our vampiress gets her victim back to her lair, she gets down to some serious button biting.
Gee, this place is great. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, who decorated it anyway?
I did.
Great. Pillows and everything, nice. I mean, you know, most people don't do things.
Well, Miss Hutton loves buttons, as you'll see.
You don't know what's happening yet, do you, Mark?
I know if Robin sees us together, I'm in big trouble.
Don't be such a big baby.
Please don't bite my buttons.
Some of these buttons got bit, I think. Now, I know, expecting a logical plot from a teenage sex comedy is like expecting pigs to sprout wings and fly. But I think you'd have a better chance of catching a red-eyed porker to the coast than making sense of this nonsense. There's not really an earned laugh in the picture, though there are a few cheap giggles and a Porky's-style yuck or two here or there. But it is safe to say that if you have cracked ribs, this film presents no real danger of re-injuring them. So, on the Corcoran Cinematic Bloodsucker scoreboard, 5 stars top mark, zip stars bottom, 1 star for Once Bitten. If comic wit were dentures, this movie would be all gums. Put it back in the coffin, put a stake through it. Jerry?
Okay, we'll bury that.
Walk out. Well, you got me. I've done it again. Because I walked out of Once Bitten before it was over. This nonsense about a modern teenager and a vampire and losing one's virginity. Go.
Hello, Mark.
What are you doing here? Where did you come from?
I've been here watching you. I'm always watching you.
Here, try this one. It's really neat.
Baby blue, wouldn't you know?
Wow, that was quick. Wait a minute, I see another one.
If it's pink, I'm gonna puke. Honestly, Mark, how can you stand that little twerp?
She's not a little twerp. I love Robin.
And I love Mark.
Why, would you just leave me alone?
What are you talking about? You're the one who asked
Oh, no!
me first.
Don't.
Well, Dr. L.J., letter writer, the movie kept me alternately offending me. It kept offending me, putting me to sleep, all of which was not helped by the fact that for the screening, that also invited a gaggle of hooting and howling teenagers to whom sophomoric sexual scenes were examples of high comedic drama. No, Dr. J, no job pays enough to sit through that. Life is too short to submit to that kind of cruel punishment. So on the Franklin scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, Once Bitten gets a 0. At least the hour that I saw of it. Oh, I'm probably doing him a disservice by mentioning it, but the stars of this movie are Lauren Hutton, otherwise a sensitive and superb actress, and Jim Carrey. Can I tell you?
All right.
Once bitten, twice wary.
Once too often.
Once Bitten is a supposed comedy that will leave a bad taste in your mouth. Model-turned-alleged actress Lauren Hutton stars as the Countess, a vampy vampire who thirsts for the blood of young male virgins. Her target is Mark Kendall, drippily played by Jim Carrey. His performance is about as funny as a blood transfusion. Naturally, the Countess's desire to chow down on Mark doesn't sit too well with his girlfriend, Robin. Karen Coppins, a one-time contender for the Miss America crown, takes this role. She and Carrey make an untalented, uninteresting couple. Overall, the picture is as ludicrous and as clumsy as this dance sequence. Once Bitten is twice as stupid as these clips indicate. It looks as though it was spit out on the screen, not directed. Somebody should have put a stake through this project before it got released. Carol Buckland, CNN.
Southern California. So finally, she discovers a cute, cuddly high school kid who, like all cute, cuddly high school kids in recent Hollywood movies, has absolutely nothing else on his mind other than losing his virginity. Now, Lauren Hutton is only too happy to help him with this project, and after she picks up her intended victim at a Hollywood bar, she tries to generate a few sparks.
Why don't you sit here?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you do for a living, Mark?
I go to school, college. I'm studying to be an electrical engineer.
Fascinating.
Yeah. My field is nuclear physics.
Really?
I'm working on the acid rain problem.
I love intelligent men.
Yeah, I guess they're okay. Gee, this place is great. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, who decorated it anyway?
I did.
Great. Pillows and everything, nice. I mean, you know, most people don't do things, and I think you do. I mean, you do. You're a doer. I mean, you are a doer, and you do. You're a beautiful dress too.
Now, I'm glad they cut this clip right there because the sly seductress goes on to bite her new conquest on parts of his anatomy that we could never show on a family TV show. But for some mysterious and ghoulish reasons, such as the need to prolong this feeble plot, she has to bite him 3 different times in order to get the nourishment she needs and to transform him forevermore into a fellow vampire. Now, his pretty girlfriend, meanwhile, struggles to save the poor boy's soul. And the climax in this battle of wills comes where else? At a Halloween dance at the local high school.
I don't know if you're looking, but you better not touch. Hands off, he belongs to me. Hands off, he's my private property. Hands off, I'll tell you just one last time. Hands off, he belongs to me. Hands off, he's my private property. Hands off, I'll tell you just one last time. The boy is mine. Hands off, he belongs to me. Hands off, he's my private property. Hands off, I'll tell you just one last time. The boy is mine. He belongs to me. Hands off, he's my private property. Hands off, I'll tell you just one last time. The boy is mine.
Okay, right. Where's Arthur Murray when we really need him? The actors aren't the only ones who are thrashing about wildly in Once Bitten. Every other aspect of this production manages to sink to that same low level. Now, sometimes, with outrageously awful motion pictures like this one, you can at least say, well, they managed to get the camera in focus most of the time. But not here, I'm afraid. There are so many shaky, fuzzy shots that this picture looks like a very bad student film. Yes, Lauren Hutton is sleek and sexy and well cast as the villainess, but she deserves better material and more competent collaborators. In short, Once Bitten is a sleazy hybrid, a high school vampire movie that is in every way a pain in the neck.
You're putting it mildly, Michael. This is just, I've seen this before with George Hamilton and much better in that other vampire movie
Love
he
at
made,
First
Love
Bite.
at First Bite. Here, the jokes aren't funny. The premise is silly after 5 minutes. It's just a rock video stretched out over the course of 90 minutes. And what was that scene we just saw? As if it's from another movie. It hit you from left field. That's typical of what's going on in this
I think
picture.
the whole purpose of this film was to capitalize on the success of Teen Wolf, which gave us a high school werewolf. So now we're going to have a high school vampire. Maybe we'll have a high school mummy next, or at least
Enough
this movie
already.
should be mummified.
And what's interesting is we saw Cleavon Little in that scene. He's really used shamefully here. Here's a wonderful actor and a very funny man, too, and a gifted comedian and a fine presence, and he's used as her wimpy chauffeur in
Her
a very
gay
small
chauffeur, and it's an offensive stereotype.
Oh,
the
it's
whole thing,
outrageous.
if this film were any better, it would be seriously offensive. As it is, it's mainly pathetic. The chase scene at the end of the film,
it's
which
dragged
goes on
on.
for 20 minutes.
And you were correct to
Please.
point out that Lauren Hutton does show potential as a light comedian. She only needs halfway decent material. She certainly doesn't get it here.
Better luck next time.
Absolutely. Well, our next movie is Bring on the Night.